Yes.
And then we have live here, we have C. Nixon. Cynthia, would you like to sit right next to me? Look how she looks.
Look at her.
Look at the glamour.
Yes. Hi,
Hello.
Cynthia.
I'm 12 years old now.
Yeah.
Where do I look? Where do I look?
You look. There's the camera.
Oh,
Kind of
hi.
But you can look at them to talk.
No, it's okay.
Okay, so wait,
Hello, ladies.
C. Baranski. McDonald, are you guys like hanging out because you're friends? Oh my God, the upstaging. Celia.
Hi, William.
Wait, who is
They
that?
can't hear you. That's my child.
Is that a lace front?
Beautiful.
Stunning. Wait, so Christine and Audra, you guys friends in real life, or it's a publicity event and you're forced to be together right now? Go.
We're doing research for our roles, like how to get along in the law firm. We get together every Saturday and we drink a lot so as to bond, because it's so hard to really work together.
Yes. How to do it. That's why we need 2 television shows. The 2 of us are just figuring out how we're going to get along. So we're just in each other's face constantly. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Research, Saturday night research.
Okay, so like I said, we had part 1 of the Gilded Age earlier with your castmates. We had Donna Murphy here. We had Michael Cerveris.
Deborah Monk.
Deborah Monk sang. Kelly O'Hara sang 2 songs. Okay,
Douglas Sills.
Douglas Sills. Okay, so when you started filming during the pandemic, right?
Yes,
right?
we were postponed. We were shut down for months on end. We were shut down from March to September.
Wow.
Did you know that it was going to be basically the Equity Lounge?
Exactly. That was my next question, Seth.
I mean, everybody I've seen in an open call from Miss Saigon is in this show. Like, what's the deal? Who cast all these Broadway people, and why are there no Jews? Go.
I mean, I think Michael Engler, who's a man of the theater, cast
And a Jew?
And a Jew.
Not interested in these folks.
Bernie Telsey, guys.
Bernie
It's
Telsey.
And Bernie Telsey, right.
Bernie Telsey is
Yes,
the man.
also a Jew.
Also a Jew?
I think maybe I'm just a no
Maybe
talent.
not. I think so.
Okay, so wait, Christine Baranski and Cynthia Nixon, have you guys ever worked together before? Because you are so amazing as sisters.
You
on the
two
show.
are so good together. Oh my gosh.
Cynthia, do you want to tell the story?
Christine and I worked together in 1983 and 4, which is almost 40 years ago. That will be 40 years ago next year.
In Joed?
No, we were in The Real Thing together.
I was Cynthia's mother.
But I was so
It was
young
like
that I didn't realize she was way too young to be my mother.
Oh,
So
you're very
now
kind. You're very kind. But Cynthia was a student at Barnard, and
I was in high school I was in high school.
Oh my God. And then I got pregnant, and Cynthia was backstage, listening. We were feeling my belly to feel the baby kick.
Yes.
I mean, Cynthia and I truly go way back, and now we're sisters.
So Cynthia, you were playing very young. You were the Celia Keenan Bolger of the 80s.
Exactly.
And you're now doing, I want to call it And So It Goes, but it's not. It's called And Then There's That. Well, what's it called? That's like, and just like that, I can't keep track. It's been 5 hours.
And here's another thing,
Yeah.
right?
Well, Cynthia's only in 2 recently, like in the last 2 weeks,
Love
a
it.
renewed HBO Max series. Not 1, but 2.
Well, so that's my point. Talk about how when you were in 2 Broadway shows at the same time, our Broadway fans will love to hear that craziness.
Right. So, I was in The Real Thing and Hurly Burly, which I have to point out, Christine Baranski was also in The Real Thing and Hurly Burly,
Christine.
albeit not at the same time.
I'm a recyclable, I'm telling you.
So I was in the first act of Hurly Burly, the second act of The Real Thing, stayed for my curtain call, went back to Hurly Burly, did my last scene, stayed for the curtain call.
Amazing.
How
How
incredible
old
is
were
that?
you, Cynthia? You were like
I was at that point, I was a freshman at Barnard, so I was 18,
Incredible.
and it was all because of Whoopi Goldberg and Mike Nichols, of course.
Why was it all because of Whoopi Goldberg? You were on The View?
Because
There was no view.
it was long before, The View was just a twinkle in its mother's eye at that point. But Mike Nichols had produced and directed Whoopi Goldberg's first show, in which Whoopi Goldberg sprang upon
Yes, of
the
course.
the world. And because Whoopi was in a one-woman show, she had no one to hang out with. So she had the Hurly Burly. He had the Hurly Burly cast hang out with us. And it was at that moment that I pitched this idea to Mike Nichols of me doing both parts, because Yardley Smith, who is the voice of Lisa
Yes.
Simpson, had taken over for me at The Real Thing, when I left to do Hurly Burly, but then she went away to do a film and her understudy didn't work out. And so there was a little bit of a crease.
I love this kind of stories.
My gosh.
We have to bring on one more person who's constantly saying this. Woo! Why would you invite a murderer's wife here? Please welcome Katie Finneran.
Here, we'll move her. Yes, you'll move over.
Not only can Cynthia Nixon negotiate her contracts at a very young age, but she can negotiate the bus system of the New York City public transits.
Oh, that's what happened?
Yes. No, she came over the other day just to hang
Yesterday.
out.
That was
it yesterday?
just yesterday.
Oh my God.
The other day.
Yesterday. Wait, is that
Not one
Lennon?
lyric you know.
No.
Give me the title.
So she comes over and she was talking about the bus and waiting for the bus and her new
I've just moved to Kips Bay and I'm very excited about learning the new bus routes.
You know that you're on two TV shows right now.
I
It's
know.
not the bus anymore. You're too
You
famous.
can.
Two.
You
Like
can.
Cynthia Nixon. That's who
Yeah,
she is.
That's why I
But
love her so
anyway.
much. Anyway.
You can't walk around in your Hurly Burly show jacket. All right.
You gotta take that off, Cynthia.
It's
I-
in
I-
tatters because it's 40 years old.
So Audra and Christine, so you guys get together and to work out your problems, you're on two TV shows together.
Mhm.
Is that the situation?
Yeah.
Somebody's got to do it, you know.
We
gotta
gotta,
do-
yeah, we gotta figure out how we're gonna get along. So
one
our
more.
therapist told us to do it. So
You guys have such incredible chemistry
My
on your
God.
show. The other one, not the one with the corsets. Such
our
incredible.
characters haven't met on that show.
Oh
I mean,
my
the show.
God, such incredible chemistry. I almost wish you guys would fall in love on the show and have like
You
a
know,
lesbian law
We
attorney.
did have a kind of pseudo lesbian
We did.
affair last
We're
night.
saving that for the Gilded Age.
The
we need that for the
Gilded
Gilded Age.
We do.
Yes. Maybe we fall in love
Sorry.
in the Gilded
No, I'm
Age.
saying the two of them on the Gilded
Oh,
Age.
yes, of course. Yes, of course. I always put myself in front of everything. Maybe we'll have a threesome. Lesbian
God.
threesome.
Well, she's available because her husband was murdered. Okay, go on.
Okay,
My husband was murdered.
Seth Rudetsky. I have a
Yes.
suggestion
Yes,
because
please.
I see backstage a
Everybody.
living legend
Oh my God, I see him.
of television, and I do not want to keep Mr. Norman Lear waiting. So here's what I suggest.
Norman Lear's here?
I suggest that Katie Finneran and Cynthia Nixon go downstairs with you.
If you can stay a little bit.
If you can stay a little bit, because I'm going to talk to Mr. Lear. I do not want to keep Mr. Lear waiting.
Oh man.
And Celia and Audra and Christine, can you hang out for a little bit backstage so then you can rejoin Katie and Cynthia? I'm going to talk to Norman for about 5 minutes.
Yes,
Well,
you
I'd
should.
like to stay
Okay.
here for Lear.
Keep on.
Okay.
Keep
All right.
on.
I want him to myself. You got to go get ready.
Son
All
of
right.
a-
So Celia,
King Lear.
Audra,